20 years after people. Not all time capsules are intended to remain on Earth. In the early 21st century, Europe's KEO satellite was designed to orbit the planet, carrying a DVD with thousands of email messages from people around the world to the remote future.
It's called KEO because K-E and O are sounds that are in most of the languages that humanity uses.
While the Crypt of Civilization was inspired by the first calendar, KEO looked to an even earlier landmark of civilization.
The KEO concept was that the first art on the planet was about 50,000 years ago.
Therefore, the KEO is scheduled to return to Earth to be opened 500 centuries after its launch, having completed almost 300 million orbits. At 870 miles high, it's out of the path of most other satellites and space debris. But while an astro accident is unlikely in the near term, what happens when it's time for KEO to plummet back to Earth? "50,000 years after people. As planned 500 centuries earlier, the KEO satellite's orbit decays. On the way down, it's hit by micrometeorites and tiny fragments from other ancient satellites. But the KEO is prepared for this.
The basic idea of the design is to have concentric spheres of different materials, titanium, aluminum, some Kevlar, like multiple thermos bottles within itself, and then the payload is inside that.
The KEO, laden with messages from the 21st century, re-enters the atmosphere intact, with sunlight gleaming off its wings.
The KEO satellite's wings, they will be shiny, and the hopes are that anybody left on the planet could look up and see these shiny glints coming by and hopefully watch where it's going to land. But if nobody's there to see that, then it's not going to be a very useful alert system, will it?
The Earth is 2/3 water, and that's probably where the KEO will end its mission, in the place now, sealed for eternity in the blue crypt of the sea, the 50,000-year-old messages wait for the future.